Hello gamers, this is Jarrad.
And this is Dan.
And we're here to bring you the top 4 coverage of the Good Games Brisbane Store Championships. Now I've just got a few notes before we get into the coverage. Just like to say, firstly, sorry for the delay between uploads. We have been flat out around here and have just not been able to find the time to get any up recently. Hopefully we can get into a regular upload schedule though and get the rest of these games to you in a timely manner. We will endeavour to do so. Also, in an effort to increase our watchable content on the channel, we plan to upload some Octagon matches. That's OCTGN, the online version of the EGOT card game. Plan to upload some of those onto our channel. Our friend Justin Shearer, aka Joffrey Bieber, aka JMS, is going to upload some of his games that he's both playing in and commentating on. So that'll give us some extra video content for people to watch, which should be really good. And in other news, I would like to give a shout out to our friends at Two Champs One Chump, the podcast. They threw us a mention in their most recent props and slops part of their podcast. Hopefully, thank God we were on the props part. They just wanted to give them a big thank you. They're trying to help us increase awareness of what we're doing. To trying to get the videos out to more people, and hopefully us and Two Champs and One Chumps can do more work together in the future. Okay, so we've got set up here. Dan gets to set up with his Stark chat. We've got Hodor, and we've got
Ghost of High Heart and Rickon. Importantly here, Rickon.
Yep, Ghost of High Heart and Rickon. So Rickon obviously doubles search effects.
That's right.
Which is going to be great for this deck because you obviously want to find Jack in as quick as possible. Ghost of High Heart can be really annoying for me because you get to look at my hand, take cards out of my hand, and I'm probably going to be a draw cap before Challenger's phase.
That's right.
So I won't get to draw cards.
That's it. I can find that bleeds and get rid of it.
And Hodor, the King of the North. I mean, what else do they say about that?
Hodor.
Right. So it looks like a good startup for you.
Not bad. Seeing Rickon is the biggest part.
Plots here, Martel 222. If I've got a Flea Bottom or a House Messenger in my hand, I'm going to try and start with First Snow of Winter to try and bring those cards back into my hand.
But you go bungled there.
But it looks like I've gone for Bungled Orders to try and... Bungled Orders is a safe start because I can swap to plots or you can swap to plots. It gives me flexibility with what I do next.
Yeah. What has happened here on the Stark side is that I've got a new plot card summoned by the Conclave.
Yep.
Search for a character if you're not running an agenda. Unfortunately, you're running an agenda, so not for you. And Delta Rickon there to double that search up. It's
definitely a great card for no agenda. They definitely got a great plot there, being able to search for any card. So you see a House Messenger come out from me. I get a Prince's Plans and something else I didn't quite see. I
think it was Paper Shield.
Paper Shield.
Taking the Prince's Plans.
Oh, Prince's Plans for sure. I mean, to get that card recursion in my hand is quite important.
Rickon's safe now.
This is unfortunate. So I've put a card into Shadows and left myself with 1 gold.
Setting up for a bleeds, probably.
Well, you never know. I mean, if I can't get that 1 gold off by paying that card for Shadows, then I might win Dominance, which really hurts me on my Flea Bottom Scavengers.
I don't think you're gonna win.
So I'm assuming that's probably a red keep in Shadows I'm going to bring out for 1 gold to get myself get rid of that gold. But you got a great start. Was it 3 Cs?
3 Cs. So yeah, I can bring out Jack and Ian, no doubt.
Hoping for a favourable ground straight away here before you can use any of those would be lovely. So you've duped up Rickon.
Fiefdoms and the Seas.
Got 3 Fiefdoms.
There goes 2, reducing by 4. And a Neil, so that's going to be Jackin.
That's Jackin, and then the dupe comes down on Jackin.
Straight away, dupe that.
And the trip, wow.
So trip.
Is this the best setup you could have? What are you missing in this setup that you really need?
This is pretty damn close. I've got... Who's that? Vyman?
That's Maester Vyman. I was just making sure I hadn't seen him.
So he's going to try and stay out there to keep Jackin safe. Neil to cancel effect that chooses one of your unique start characters as the only target.
Yep.
I think it's unique. It may just be any start character. But of course, Jackin, all affiliations. So he meets that criteria.
Yeah, so it's been a one-sided ball. What did you think?
At this
One house
stage,
messenger
yes.
versus the armies of the north.
But it doesn't take
Plus
long. Bungled orders, we'll see what you pull out here. I'm going to kneel the ghost to look at your hand and try and get rid of her bleeds.
I'm assuming your bleeds, Princess Plans, Faber Grounds, all would be good targets for you.
That Princess Plans is a awful card though, so
Yep,
it is
straight
the
to
Princess
the...
Plans.
And then now, Princess Plans is Deathbound, was errated quite a while ago, so that heads straight to my dead pile. Now, I will get to draw a card, which, because I haven't even drawn any extra cards yet, I'm nowhere near my draw cap.
You can get that now.
Might help me. Hopefully I draw a Flea Bottom Scavenger.
Maybe. I'm just having a good look at this hand now to see what's going on.
Just to see what pain's coming your way.
Yep.
Now, you will notice that I did bring the Rig Keep out of Shadow, so I have no gold left in my house here.
But a whole lot of influence.
And I have 5 influence ready to be spent.
Alright, challenges now.
So we see all icons covered here for Stark. Now Jackon's text, if no one read what popped up just before, he can discard a power off
the house
to give himself any keyword.
Any keyword.
So he can get Vigilant, he can get Vengeful, he can get Stealth, Renown, whatever you need. Obviously you need power in your house first, but when he gets that going, he starts to be quite a pain.
It can be, pretty useful being able to just choose whatever
Indeed.
you want. It is obviously it's a bit of a cost paying power.
It is, yep, it is.
But gotta do what you gotta do.
If you have the power to be able to give him, Renown and say Vigilant, then he gains a power and stands every challenge for 3 challenges. So power challenge coming through here. Obviously he wants to get the unopposed power to get that power in his house to activate his ability to use Jackin. Now I have got bungled orders on my side of the board, so if I do decide to take the loss on this challenge, then I do have to change plots. And I'm assuming, looking at the board, I'm probably going to go straight for a Valor here. Seems like the best play.
Risky.
Yeah? Why would you say that?
Getting Valor out early. I suppose you do have bleeds.
This is true. I mean,
But,
I do have multiple board resets with bleeds. Losing the Valor early on is unfortunate, but it gets one copy of Jack and a copy of Rickon. And if I got any He Calls a Thinking in hand, I might be able to stop some saves. So
That's true. That's very true.
it does seem like the best play to me. I mean, the other options would be to maybe use so Valor's really all I could think of here.
So play Valor.
I do lose my House Messenger, but I believe you lose Hoddle, the Ghost of High Hearth, who's going to keep taking cards out of my hand. You lose Vyman.
Hoddle's a big loss there.
Hoddle and Vyman too. I mean, be able to stop a triggered effect. So there's another store championships at Gauntlet, which will probably be done by the time this airs.
By the time you guys watch this, yeah.
Yep. And here you go for the save onto
Save and Jack.
Jackin, I believe.
So that's the Greyjoy save there, you can see. Plus 1 strength.
Those extra house affiliations really making
And
a
you've
difference.
Paper shielded that. So
And paper shield the save,
No save just yet.
Three copies of Jackin was enough. I didn't want to start dealing with 3
Okay.
in saves. So he's down to 2. And I'm left with my 5 influence still, so we're going to see what happens here.
You got to think about whether or not bungled orders being out, whether it was a good idea to even make any challenges there.
Indeed, I mean,
Force you to keep Val for a round potentially.
what you have done is drawn a Valor early though, so if you can reset your board, get a really good position.
Yep, I need some card draw, which is something that this is lacking so far.
Card draw does seem to be a problem with a lot of with this style deck. There I've gone for the first snow, so cost 2 or less, we've got bounce back.
For the first challenge, but Rickon does get to juke up the search again for an attachment.
Indeed. Okay, so you've taken the Imposter and the Crown of Winter, so I'm assuming you're going to try and make Jackin immune to events and character abilities, which, against this sort of Martell style deck is going to be quite good.
Deal, yeah.
He's going to be immune to the Westerosi Bleeds, he's going to be immune to any sort of other effects I try and trigger at him.
That's right.
Played in some tournaments, you've played Targ Burn, you've played Rusted Maesters, you've played quite a few different decks. Do you think this is tier 1, or is this more you just wanted to have fun with the list? Obviously, you've got your My Little Pony sleeves on. I think it's just all about having fun, isn't it?
It's a bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
It's definitely not tier 1, but you know what? On a good day, you get those cards out, you get it running, and it can be pretty powerful, and it's hard to stop it.
I mean, it's going to be a hard game for you. You're up against what I was playing all day. This is obviously, if I haven't mentioned already, this is myself, Jarrad versus Dan in the top 4.
Yep.
I'm playing my Martell 2/2/2 control style deck.
More
So we've got
locations.
2 cards in the shadows there.
Shadows, sorry.
Now this could be multitudes of things. I mean, obviously I played the game, so I know exactly what it is. But I mean, the shadows cards this deck tends to run is Southfront Mercenaries, which is a really strong card when it comes to claiming power.
That can take power off the opponent's house card, can't it?
Correct. When it wins a challenge, it takes power off the opponent's house card and adds it to yours.
Good.
And it also has Renown, so it's quite a strong card.
Any poisoned weapons in the shadows there at all?
No. The only other shadows card I run, apart from the red keep, which is already out, is the Change Plots Ariane.
Oh. So no Raising Claim this time?
No Raising Claim, no.
Not today. Well, you can see I've put those 2 attachments on Jack in there. So he's now probably about 8 strength. +2 for the Crown of Winter, another benefit of Crown of Winter. So
Now I have pulled out Ariane in the challenges phase to swap to Rally Cry. Now I have the less cards at my command, so I can get rid of a character or location.
Yeah.
Of strength X. X is the amount of plots in our discard piles, both of ours.
So could you target Jack? You couldn't there because of plus whatever strength he's on.
I believe he's, what, a 5-cost character though?
5 cost, yes.
And there was only 2, 3. No, I probably could have targeted him then, but you just get rid of a dupe. I was setting up for a move here, which will be apparent in a couple of turns' time.
Yeah, clearly.
I will admit though, this move did confuse you a bit when we were playing the game. You sort of looked at me for a second. You're like, Rickon, really? You gonna get rid of Rickon?
You could have just kept her in shadows, and he would have been gone straight away anyway.
Pretty much, but it's like I obviously had my plan going on, and I was trying to execute that.
Let's see whose plan works out here.
I have gone with the unopposed challenge, most likely an intrigue to get one out of the hand.
Looking at my hand, thinking, what do I want here?
Yeah, now this is... I wouldn't normally do this, because I don't want power in my house for the unopposed challenge.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that a couple of cards in your hand, you might want to defend this, so I'm taking the risk here.
See what I do.
Now, I might not have the Flea Bottom Scavengers in my hand, which is why I'm just happy to go for it, but...
Maybe, yeah.
If I do draw them, I want to be able to play them and draw my 3 cards.
Looking like giving myself some keywords here.
Yep, so he's taken 2 and given himself 2 keywords. Ooh, I take out the... Frozen Solid.
So that would have been...
Well, you could have blanked my...
It could have been the influence temporarily, but it would have been
No,
it would,
because red keeps no attachments, so...
Oh.
It wouldn't have really done much for you at the moment, but, still a good card in most matchups.
Red Vengeance there on the Intrigue Challenge.
Indeed. It's
another effective one.
This deck really doesn't like being Intrigue challenged, so, play Burning on the Sands, the Red Vengeances, it's definitely all about don't intrigue me, please.
Indeed. Power Challenge there to get some extra power.
Yeah, I give him the unopposed and the power challenge there.
You can see how quickly in one round, down to 0 for spending the power, up to 5 straight away out of 2 challenges.
Indeed. I mean, even though the Red Vengeance makes you claim instead of me, you still get your unopposed and you still get your renown because you still won the challenge.
That's right. And now I'm sitting here thinking, do I do a military challenge? As much as I want to kill Ariane,
well, why wouldn't you? What are you worried about here?
You've just played Red Vengeance on me. You could do it again.
So I could have another one, and then
I've got 1 copy of Jarrad on the board left in, so that's my biggest fear here.
Yeah, for sure. And you're worried, obviously, about a he calls a thinking to stop the save with the dupe.
Save 2, yep. Anything could happen.
With 1 card in your hand, it's a pretty good bet. It's not a save, but who knows for sure.
So I'm just going to take Dominance, I believe.
It is the safest bet.
Don't want to risk that military just yet, but here we go.
And then there's the power of the Red Vengeance, just making people not want to challenge you.
You gotta shuffle some cards back into your deck, is that it?
Yeah, so that was Blessed by the Maiden.
So can we give a shout out to Glenn again, as per usual, for being an organiser for our tournaments and setting it all up. He does an awesome job.
Yeah, he forgoes participating in the store championships, even though he's a really good player, and just so we can get these tournaments organised for us. And
oh wow! No,
and this is what I've been planning for a few turns here. The rally cry to get Rickon off the table was to make sure you only had 1 character on board, and the biggest weakness with Jackin is that he's immune to events, character abilities, but not plots.
Not plots, and marching him to the wall.
And they can't even be saved, so that you could have 3 copies on him, plus a save, doesn't do a thing.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
So this is the turn I thought you'd outwit, because much the wall is when revealed. I was worried if he outwits this, I'm in some trouble, because you are really powering through the challenges there.
Indeed. Outwit is going into this deck.
So this is the turning point for me. You were on 6 power,
I could have gone for a win that round.
You could have gone for the win quite easily.
With the Minstrel's Muse out to claim extra power for dominance, there's a good chance that if you didn't march Jack into the wall, that this game would be
it would have been over. And that's the strength of your deck. It just really can surprise people. It's, with Vigilant and Renown on a character plus extra power for dominance, that power can really jump.
That's it. I do wonder how Jackin is going to fare at the wall.
You know what? I think he'd be a bit of an asset. He's a bit of a crazy guy. I think those Wild Walkers will be in trouble, I reckon.
I wonder what he's going to do up there. Will he take the black? Or
definitely take the black.
Join the wildlings?
Well, he could do. But now that you mentioned your sleeves earlier, I do want to point out that I did give Dan as much flack as humanly possible about playing pink pony sleeves.
Especially in a non-Dothraki deck.
Especially, if this had been Dothrakis, I can forgive that because pink ponies, Dothrakis, it just goes hand in hand. But this was Dan's decision. He made this choice. He bought these sleeves particularly for this event. He knew he would be streamed on camera, so feel free to hate him in the comments all you like, people.
Anybody, watching this, let us know what you think. I think this sleeve's kind of cool.
And if you really, really like these sleeves, let us know. We might get some together and do some gifts for people eventually.
We'll let you know where to buy them.
Some pink pony sleeves coming your way.
But I think it's made up with the Stark House card there. Look at that direwolf.
What you reckon? You reckon the manliness comes back into it by playing House Stark?
The resin direwolves, they're quite good. All those resin house cards. FFG done a pretty good job. With them.
I've been looking for the Martell one. I haven't been able to find it yet. Unfortunately, it seems the Martell hate goes.
Our local store just decided not to stock them.
The local store hates Martell. It seems a few of the online stores hate Martell, and I can't get my hands on one.
Most people do. We should point out here what's going on.
We should actually point out back towards the game.
Back to the game. Viper's popped out with the dupe. And
so now that I've managed to take your only character off the board, put you with one card in hand, you've only got 2 locations left on the board. I feel it's a pretty good time to start my run for victory.
So, typical Martell Red Viper. At least I didn't put any characters out, so he needs to attack.
And all the resources I just used that turn are now being Princess Plants back into my hand, just to make sure I'm not wasting anything.
And you've also allowed me to win dominance there and claim 4 power, which is
I have.
a bit risky.
I honestly will say that was probably an oversight on my part. I wasn't thinking that was going to happen, and then when I saw your power, I was like, wait a second. I need to do something about this.
So
I've gone to this. Yep. So you're going to kneel my Viper on the To the Spears turn, which is a really good thing for you, because he would have gone off.
He would have probably done a lot of damage there himself.
So I'm assuming Rickon might be coming out now.
He might be a good challenger for the Viper. You never know.
Well, the Viper's down and out, so
if anyone has a chance,
unless I play some way to stand him, which I don't in this deck.
Good news. No marshalling there for you? Or...
No, I've kept all my 5 gold.
Kept it all.
I've already given away the secret, what's coming, so...
Some more income for me. Definitely needed income on that side. That's what's important at this stage. And Rickon, you can possibly get off a cheap power challenge.
Is that the Winter King droid, is it?
That's the Winter one.
Do you play Winter in this deck, or...?
Well, Crown of Winter makes it Winter.
Crown of Winter does make it Winter, you're right.
Apart from that. And, wow, surprise there, we see the Scavengers out.
No one saw that coming. Now, this card is on the To the Spears turn is fantastic. He has Renowned, moves the power from your house to mine every time with a challenge. He's a 6 strength, no attachments army. He has everything you could possibly want in a card. He is expensive though.
Rickon's just crying to his mummy now.
You do get the unopposed power challenges though, and it does take you up to
about 10 power.
Quite a hefty total, If I'd have made one mistake earlier with Jack and that would have been game over, you would have had this.
Indeed.
So it's looking like you're in the lead. But Jack and Pink Ponies versus Martell 222.
What did you just jump to there?
Well, would have taken 2 off your house, 2 onto the Southrons, would have taken the card off the board and an unopposed. So I'm thinking I probably just jumped about 6 power there.
7 actually.
7 all up?
Clearly, as you can see. So we're going to try and get rid of those. So
the Valor comes out. Yep.
They're already done a lot of damage.
It's going to take 1 Viper off, which makes him pretty susceptible to anything with only 1 of him out.
That's right.
Scavs goes away. Southron Mercenaries goes away.
As we touched on there before, I'm top decking, so...
Indeed.
We really need to get some draw engine into this Stark deck and this Jack and deck.
What does Stark have for draw that you could chuck in? I mean, you could chuck Ravens and Sam Watali in to try and...
Well, you could, but we've seen... I wouldn't want to play the Winter Raven, and we've seen how good the Shadows Kingsguard guys are drawing.
Indeed, yeah. Get some Shadows Kingsguard, get some Jamie action going on, some Preston, some Boros.
Yeah, Jamie and Preston by themselves.
Aris might be able to give you stand on Jackin, when you need.
It'd be quite tempting to throw those guys in here. And, ooh, a Laris there. And
so we see
a
much more.
And some more income.
I'm going to take some income, some extra influence.
I'd say you're probably going to give me...
I am not going to give you Alaris, that's for sure. I'm probably going to give you Imposter, I reckon, because, Jackin's out. I don't see him coming back. What else am I really worried about, character-wise? Probably nothing, so I'd say Imposter would be the best choice.
Laris, a great new character.
No, I'm going to give you the extra income.
Yeah, well...
Well, I guess,
much for me.
You haven't got any characters in hand to play with, so...
How do you feel about Sorella? I mean, Alaris.
Alaris,
new character.
Another great card for no agenda players. Yeah, she's... I've versed you have a Greyjoy no agenda deck that she's in as well.
Yeah.
And she is mean in that deck.
Challenge denial is, yeah, great. Oh, well.
Yep. There's a flea bottom scavenger, that can go away because I don't need you.
Mean, Eris Okarth there.
Eris Okarth, yeah, he's going to discard any ally or mercenary you attempt to play. Give me some more renown for later on in the game.
That's right. So you're looking pretty strong here.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the character advantage now, I've got the power advantage, just.
And the Red Viper's out doing his thing as he does.
Red Viper's out. You have to win intrigue before anything else, and looks like I've got a pretty good chance of that.
So Viper's sobered up after the getting drunk and those drunken allegations, and he's ready to...
He stood up, dusted himself off.
Ready to kick some ass.
Ready to kick some ass.
I like to think that he's still got a bit of a buzz going and that he's using that to his advantage.
Against you?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
And oh wow, there's Ariane again.
And there's Ariane to the spears. Surprise! Did that take you by surprise?
Yeah, a little bit. I forgot that she was still there. I had my chance to kill her earlier, but I was scared of a red vengeance.
Well, I did bring her back to my hand with the prince's plans.
Yep.
Or Judged by the Father. Either one brings her back to my hand. Not sure which.
I think I should have killed her when I had the chance.
You maybe should have, but she did get marched to the wall.
Yeah.
She had a time up the north, and she's decided to come back and get some sun, get some tan, get some spears.
Oh wow!
Does that make sense?
Here we go.
And this is where I go off. Like Viper's going off, unopposed, renowns, unopposed.
Claiming all that power. And what are you on that? 9.
It's going to be close to done, I think, this round.
And
so we're on 14, maybe.
That's 14 now. And we able to drag it out to one more round.
You did manage to drag it out to one more round.
Let's hope a plot can save me here.
Your Vela's in the
so that's not going
discard there. That's not going to help you. What else do you have that can save you?
Bungled versus a Fury of the Wolf.
Fury of the Wolf, great plot though. It is a great plot. You
should go first, but
you do have the initiative at least.
I don't know if that's going to save me.
Don't know if it is. I mean, it was a bit of a mismatch, unfortunately for you. I mean, this is a character control deck versus a deck that just wants to get one guy out and build him up and make him crazy.
I'm pretty sure anyone is a mismatch against Martel 222.
Well, I did have some good success with this deck on the day. The only downside is it's a little slow.
Little slow, yeah.
This was one of my quicker games. The rest went 2-time.
2-time, wow.
Yep. I even had a mirror match at one stage. Martel 222 versus Martel 222.
And that was against Bart?
That was against Bart.
Shout out to Bart.
That was, shout out to Bart. Good match. We went to time, but he only got, about 3 plot cycles through, maybe? I don't know. It was a fantastic match, and just to give you an example, we had a mirror match in our league as well, me and Bart, and that game went for about an hour and 45 minutes.
God.
So, these decks are not meant to be fast.
Alright, so I've got a few characters out here.
Alaris, yeah, she's going to do some work for you.
I'm not going to kneel to attack with my flank, but is that enough? We'll see.
Well, I mean, I just need to get one challenge off, and you only got, 2 strength there for an intrigue, and I've got a lot more than that.
A lot more than that.
Looks like I could have it.
I wonder what you would bungle into if you get the chance.
Probably nothing. I mean, there's not much in there that's going to help me. I mean, I could go for a rally cry. I think I've probably got more cards in my command looking at the board though, and the rest is going to hurt me more than help me.
Well, I think I'll have to look at the plots for this Jack and deck. If anyone watching this has any ideas of a few cards to chuck in.
And give us your thoughts on the deck too. I mean, obviously, we've got the list up on the website. You can go have a look of what Dan's idea was.
Yeah, we'll be
so you compare that to the FFG Martel Jack conversion, see which one you guys like.
Tell us what you think if you got any other
if you got any ideas, maybe, and how we can improve it. Why not? Let's have Jack and be a tier 1 deck if it's at all possible.
Yeah,
probably not, but you can try.
Going in probably for a power challenge here.
So we got Harmon out there in the end there. Is
that a double Nightmares just then?
That was a double Nightmares, just to make sure I won.
And there we go. Renown, win it, and put that power in your hands.
Indeed, so Martel has taken the win here pretty convincingly in the end. I do believe though, if Martel had made any little missteps in the mid game there, Jackham would have rushed through and taken that victory.
It could have been, so good game there.
Yep.
It's good to be back, guys, putting videos up. Hopefully get all the rest of these through soon.